Hey everyone! For those who aren't watching outside of LinkedIn, oh sorry, yeah, outside of LinkedIn, it's Robert Lee here, the founder and executive video producer of Shalala Productions, where we create marketing videos as well as focus on providing live streaming service in the medical and education field, as well, especially in pop culture. So the reason why I kind of jumped up on here is that now that things are starting to open up where we're able to start filming out in the field, I have to go through the process of updating the gear. Now, the camera I'm using right now is the Sony NX5U that we typically use when we film out in the field. So now I gotta the camera that I'm using right now that we're filming with. I now have to go in the process of just finding dedicated gear for when we stream, as well as for when we do video conferencing. Just for the fact that it's a gear that I got to use to take out in the field. So then it's the process to try to find a camera that I can use to stream with. So there's a lot of video out there that focus on the Sony ZV-E10 that a lot of people have touted how great it is to be able to do streaming. And so that was a camera that I was dead set to get on. But, well, with all things, when you're starting to go out there, you do conscious as to the amount of money you want to invest in for streaming. So don't get me wrong. I know that the camera, I think, should be rolling out next month. And so it's kind of a combination. I need something right away. At the same time, as great as the camera, the reports I've heard, I've seen some that talk about some issues about rolling shutter, and it's the idea like when you take a video camera, especially like with DSLRs, you kind of have that shimmering effect, and that's I think that happens out in the field when you start to film, and it just kind of has a shimmer in there, and so it had me a little bit concerned. Just that I know that I think in certain situations that could happen for me out in the field. Now, typically when you're doing streaming and you're in a closed off environment and such where you control the elements, that's not going to be much of an issue. But for me, that's kind of like that could be a problem. So it had me pause, and so what I've done was I looked at some other cameras, and interesting enough, let me see if I can pull this up here. And I had it queued up here. Just give me 1 second. So I looked into the Logitech Brio, and it's not bad. In fact, reason why you can't see this. Let me see if I can try to pull this up here. So earlier today I was just doing some tweaking just for the fact that to be able to use a camera, I just want to get so that it's close to the video quality to the Sony that I'm using. And so what I've done here, if I pull it up, so right now this is the Sony cam, and let's see if I can time this right. And so this is the Brio camera that I'm using. So in terms of like being able to match up the color and the picture profile and stuff like that, it's not bad. It's just a matter, it just takes a little bit of getting used to match the colors and everything like that. So maybe it's a little brighter, but in terms of the overall picture quality, it's pretty cool. I mean, it's a 4K, it's not that bad. Just for the heck of it, I kind of messed around here in the settings so you can kind of get a better look. So the image you're seeing on the right, that's the Sony, and then over here on the left here, is the Brio. So you can see that skin tone, maybe it's a little bit lighter here, it's not that bad with the Sony here, and so I thought I'd come up on here and give that a shot. So, hey, Ara, good to see you. And and so I thought I'd kind of do a stream, just kind of do like kind of a quick test. Oh, you can see my arm's kind of cut off. Oh, where's my arm? Ah, ah! All right, hang on. Let me fix that here. There you go. So it's just a matter of I thought I'd just kind of come up here and just kind of say like with all things when you make adjustments, you want to be able to uh, when you're making a gear change like what I'm doing, I just want to be able to make sure that there be some consistency, whether it's the look and image quality and stuff like that. So I thought I'd kind of like be able to share that. It's kind of a neat thing to be able to do. Hang on, let me see here. Something kind of did a little something kind of crazy here. Uh, Not sure what's going on here. Sorry about that. Um, so thought I'd be able to come on and just kind of give a little tip that if 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 for cameras such as like the Sony ZV-10, is that something hard to get? There's other alternatives to check out, and it's just a matter of just being able to do a little homework as to the testing once you know like the specs and the gear that you can find something comparable. Uh, so I went with the Brios here, and I got off on Amazon. Now another thing that I did was that in getting gear up to be able to do field shoots was to make sure I've got the appropriate gear. So right now, one of the things I had to look at is just make sure to get extra capture cards, and that's for the camera that I'm using right now for the Sony. Then when I take it out in the field, so most cases like if we ever have to like shoot with other colleagues and partners, they would have like streamers that would use like an SDI cable. And there's some like I know like the A10 minis are pretty popular that take an HDMI feed, and so and it's just a matter like for me just to be able to equip each camera so um, that they do have like a capture card to use. So like typically I like to use the Aja UTEP, which is an SDI, so I can connect the HDMI cable to the capture card, and then it gets plugged into it can be plugged right into the like a laptop or computer. In most cases, like if I just have the SDI cables, it'll plug into the focus switchers, or if I have HDMI cables, I can do that too. But if there's instances where if I'm on a shoot and they may not have like a capture card readily available and need to be able to have something to plug into for folks' computer. Let me just get that up. A colleague did a stream earlier of some gear they recommend that they use to do some streamings like within their office, and I think in some situations where it makes sense, where because like with HDMI's, it loses its picture quality effectiveness after 15 feet. And that's why most people like to use the SDIs. So it's just a matter of just being able to update the camera gears appropriately for whatever the situation calls for, to have the right gear, to have the right connection. So this was, let me see here. Sorry. So this is what I picked up a few days ago, and this was called the Mavis Link. And it's a pretty nifty device, which is HDMI setup, and this is what I'm using right now. I just did a little testing earlier where I swap out the Aja UTEP with the Mavis Link, and it works pretty well. It's just a matter of just with all things, like once you hook it up, beyond once you get the connection working out, it's just making sure that the image is one that matches up to what the settings were earlier from our production uh, setup here. So it's just a matter of just kind of playing around with that. So And yeah, and as you can see, it costs like about just under $20, and I got it from Amazon. So, um, if it's something that you guys are interested, I can always send out the link there for folks. Um, Let me just check. Just making sure there wasn't any other questions here. Get out of there. All right. Let's see, where'd it go? I don't think there were any questions that pop up. I thought I saw something here. And with all things, there's always something to look out for when you're streaming in multiple channels, just to make sure that there wasn't any questions that were left ignored, which I don't like doing. I don't think there was. Um, but yeah, if there's a question that folks have about the gear I'm using and or want the links, just let me know. Actually, let me see if I can pull it up now while I still have it here. So Amazon has a good deal with the Brios. I'll put that there. Don't think it's letting me share that. I know I'm on YouTube, so if you're on there now, you can get the link of both the Brios, which actually is on sale, or the capture card I'm using right now. Let me just come over to LinkedIn. Yep, I should find some better mood music. I think some of them were like they're like copyright stuff, so I couldn't use that. And well, I guess the other stuff just wasn't really doing it for me. All right, where is it? There it is. Come back here. Oh. So LinkedIn, put the Mavis link, and the Brios. So if that's something that may be interest for those that are looking needing updated gear and stuff like that, going through what I'm going through too. Just save you the trouble there. All right. So while I'm doing this, how's everybody doing? Yeah, I forget which video I had watched where they talk about how they're gonna be like posts, streams and stuff where you only have like one or maybe people, and so it's just a matter of just I think one colleague had given the advice just like imagine yourself having a conversation with a person in the room with you or that's across from you. So, but don't it shouldn't just discourage you for continuing with your streaming and stuff like that. I mean, there's gonna be days where there may be few or no people watching it, so you just gotta go. You just gotta do what you gotta do to be able to put out the great content that you do, and just kind of just go right through it. So, yeah, it happens. So, but so I just put some links there, at least on the YouTube and LinkedIn of the gear that I'm using or that I invested, which is pretty cool. And in the link in the description are, uh, as I mentioned on other posts, that we did run a giveaway contest, and a big congratulations to Kristen Culver and Tammy Padine for participating in the giveaway, and they have been mailed. And actually, I just heard from Christine yesterday that she got in the mail, which is pretty cool. And so hopefully, let's see, this is Friday, maybe earlier middle next week, Tammy will receive hers as well. So just appreciative for them to be able to spread the word about the video production budgeting guideline. The link's also in the description there, which is still free for a limited time, for you to be able to obtain. So just that it's neat that other people are now posting their own content. We're talking about information of helping other people just to get an idea of like what it costs to create a video, or in some cases, I think some I started seeing for live streaming, and so that should take the challenge of people saying, I don't know what it costs for video. Well, I've done the research for the past 7 years of just putting together information of just on both sides of the table, so to speak, of companies or folks that are looking to invest in a video, like what they typically have budget for, and then flipped it over to like what videographers and video editors as to what going rates of creating a video in terms of helping you budgeting your production costs and to invest in the video. So knowing that just understanding the pain points from people that want to invest in a video can totally understand, as well as being on the other side of being able to provide a service to others. So that it's just that understanding that it is challenging. So just a matter just to provide that information there. So for those that can get closer to being able to either work out arrangement or just being able to have a better understanding from both sides as to where people stand, so that way it can help you get to an answer arrangement as to what works for both. So and that link there is in the description there. It's a 10-page ebook, real easy to read through. So just some numbers for you to be able to work through, and outlines instances of how those figures work out. Yeah, so that's there too. So so that's about it. So other than that, hope everyone's doing well and staying safe. And sorry about that. Sorry, just guess the day's kind of caught up to me. And again, if anyone's having any questions, you know where to reach me. So be well, stay safe, and I will catch you guys later. Well, I think I forgot to hit something.